Hey speculators, it's Rod, lead futures trader, TDG Traders Dev Group, Trading Room. We make software and strategies for the active trader. Hey, I'm taking a look at the M2K on TradingView here with the extreme turn signal turned on, and I wanted to make a quick video today because I've begun reintroducing myself to a platform and a product that I haven't looked at in quite a while, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. And it's going to give us, our group, our community, and myself as I test this out, another way to potentially express counter trend trades, which are going to be our extreme turn signals, where we're looking for levels to reverse. We call them our money points, as you know. RS Trader owners, you're aware of these signals and how they work. This is the M2K again, and here's an extreme turn buy that actually came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4 30-minute candles ago. So a couple hours ago. There's only an hour and 15 minutes left in the trading day, and that's why what I'm going to say in just a moment is somewhat important. So what can we do when we see these signals? Of course, the easiest is to buy or sell short or go long the actual underlying contract. Some of us take a look at the ETF, so this would be the IWM. You could look to, of course, do a risk reversal, sell puts, buy a call spread, lots of different ways that you could express this particular trade. But let me show you a new platform that I started taking a look at, and I'm going to go into this in a little bit more detail, a lot more detail going forward. And the reason I'm pretty excited about it is because there's some new products here that are much different than the typical binary options of the past. And what I'm looking at right now is actually something called a knockout. And I won't go into it in this particular video in a lot of detail, but you can essentially think of a knockout as an OCO order, or a profit target and a stop loss. And if either of those levels are hit, the contract expires at that point. If they stay between those particular levels, then your profit or loss is the difference between what you paid or sold the contract for and where it actually closes. Now, right now, I'm looking at, these are derivatives of derivatives products. Basically, they're going to settle against the futures contract, which is cool. So the US small cap 2000 is the equivalent of the RTY, or the Russell 2000, okay? And of course, you know, in Futures on Fire, we're predominantly looking at the micros so that people can learn and get accustomed to this stuff with a little bit smaller size. So what we have first is we have to start with the signal, okay? The signal came in around 1240. Market could do anything in the next hour, potentially come down to some double bottoms and things like that. But down here around 1228 is our super trend line, and I'm anticipating that market doesn't actually get below that price in the next hour. That would be 1222. So what I've done is I've come in here and actually I am bidding, if you will, where is it? I want to find it. The small cap right here, this one right here, okay? And what this contract says is it says that in the next hour, I'm anticipating that the small cap, this contract will stay above 1222, and it would be great if it went all the way up to 1272, but that's very unlikely to happen. And right now the underlying price is 1249 by 1245. And I'm actually bidding 1232.50. And if I get filled at that price, this is telling me that if my max loss was touched, which is 1222, or about 10 points below my entry, I'd lose 105 bucks. If it came all the way up to 1272, I would make 395, okay? So the scenario of the upside with an hour left is very, very low probability. The scenario of it actually touching 1222 is a higher probability, but also we're at 120% ATR today. The Russell's already down 4 or 5%. Now we've seen some kind of crazy closes. So what I can do is I actually bid this contract at 1232. That gives me 10 points. If it goes down and touches, I lose 100 bucks. If it's somewhere in between, I lose 50 bucks. If I get filled on this, and of course it rallies from there, it's the same equivalent of being essentially long this contract at 1232.50. All right. So I'm going to start looking at these a lot more detail so I really understand the intricacies and how they work. But if we catch extreme turns and get those pops that we're looking for, we could actually see the upper end or the lower end of our levels get hit pretty quickly. Now, here's another thing I got going on, and this is what I'm really kind of looking forward to, which is I have these two basically long positions in straight binary options here. You can see mark to market, they're going to move all over the place because we're very close to expiration. So up, down, a little bit of money here. But I actually have a short on in the MNQ at the same time that I've been trading around. And I think I'm going to be able to figure out ways in which we can actually box trades in very interesting ways, where we'll have maybe underlying binaries at certain levels, and then we can just trade around that level the same way we would with regular options that we might have. But these are going to be a little bit more flexible because they're going to expire basically in the next 20 minutes, the next day, things like that. Now, of course, the SPYs have Monday, Wednesday, Friday expirations, but these binary options have basically multi strikes and time frames even within the same day. So some interesting stuff going on. So stay tuned. There was a lot going on there. I'm not sure any Futures on Fire or even TDG member is going to follow all this. I just want to get this up on the portal so we begin to talk about it, discuss a little bit more, get some questions flowing. I don't know if you can see down there, even as, see this number is going to go up as this number goes down, right? So I'm going to sell the ask here, offer out another one, see if I can get filled. Sell the bid, sell the ask. Come on. All right. So now I got 3 against these 2 positions. Now only one of them is actually, so you should be able to sort of see this here. I'll make sure it's on the screen. So what I have to do is eventually get the sizing down to the point where I know exactly where I'm hedged off, and I still have to figure all that stuff out. But essentially, you can see that this is kind of boxed now. Again, this is one S&P and then one of their Nasdaq contracts against a short right here. All right, I'll leave it there for now. Rod with TDG, reminding you to stay green, trade like you mean it. You'll find this in the portal. If you're not currently a member of the PTR live trade room and the PTR membership, I highly recommend you take a look at the description box below. If you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere on this page, you can find out about specials we're running right now. To join me trading live, real capital across 4 different instrument classes, 3 hours every morning, as well as all the 50 videos that we have in our archive, training you and teaching you on some of the strategies that we talk about every single day. Find out more in the description below. And if you like this kind of content, please make sure to hit the subscribe, the like button, get notified for when I'm broadcasting next. It really helps out the channel and our cause here as we try to teach a lot more people the power of derivatives. Stay green, trade like you mean it. Thanks.